All right, guys, welcome back. Okay, today I have for you a boneless pork loin that I want to show you the three cuts that will just, I can't even begin to imagine how much money people spend on pork and they don't even know that they can save more than they can spend more. So in today's video, I have a pork loin here that I'm going to break down three special cuts so you yourself can save a ton of money and stick it to those butchers. Hope you enjoy. All right, so like I was saying, the pork loin. Now, this pork loin here you see is $3.49 a pound, okay? And then they had the digital coupon, a giant, which brought it down to $2.99 a pound. Guys, $2.99 a pound. You can go to the store and buy the boneless pork tenders for $8.99 a pound. And all you get in a family pack, you get 12 of them, and they're paper thin. I mean, literally paper thin. So today I want to break down the whole pork loin. I'm going to show you three cuts, okay? And then I also want to show you this from Temu. Is called Husk. These are great, great knives. I got it. I was surprised that it's from Husk, but I'm going to leave a link in the description below to check out my Temu. You can check out and take a look at this knife. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and break this open first. Now be careful because it is full of juice. And whenever you're going to be cutting something like this, do me a favor. Try to make sure that it has a little bit of, it's stiff. You don't want it frozen, but you don't want it completely thawed and like room temperature. So I've had this sitting out overnight. It's still slightly frozen, but it's not frostbit. All right, slide it just like that. You do that right, and you save all the juices right in there just like that. Just sit that right in the sink for right now. Okay, now we're going to be looking at two cuts here. One cut, what they call or consider the prime rib. You see this right here, this little white, that's a rib right there. That's the start of it. So what I want to do is, for this one, I want to go right about there, and I want to cut that straight down, and that we're going to put to the side. That's going to be what they call the boneless country ribs. Now, over here, you see on this side here where all the fat is, okay? That is, alrighty. So, got my head back in order here. This side here is called your sirloin. This here, okay? This are your boneless pork chops. So, your rib, your pork chop. Now, what you can do is you can cut these right down, any size you want, just like that. Okay. Now, also too, what I like is you can cut it right about, I look for that first line right there. I cut it right about there. And this, what they call is your center cut pork chop or pork loin. And this is great. You can smoke this whole thing and oh, it is so good. But we're going to go ahead, we're going to cut pork chops out of this. This one here, what I like about this one here is you can cut a nice piece off like this. And then what you do is you can butterfly this right open. My little shadow girl is over here looking low. What do you got for me, David? What do you got for me? All right. You can butterfly that open. And, oh, these are delicious, man. You put them in the pan, sear them down, a little bit of butter. Oh, golden. Trim them up a little bit. Get rid of some of that fat. Unless you like fat. It's up to you. Just like that. Now, don't throw this fat away, guys, because you can actually render that fat down. And you can use it for other things, too. Now, A lot of times you'll see butchers will cut this end off and they'll make stew pots out of it. They'll cut it up like that, and then they just cut it in chunks, and they can make that for stew meat. You can make it for, like, if you're making a chili, anything you want. But this knife is super sharp, guys. Really, really impressed by this knife. All right, I'm going to make one more butterfly. Actually, you know what? I'm going to stuff this one. So to stuff it, you're only going to cut it down halfway. You're not going to cut all the way through like you did when you butterfly it. Keep it like that. Open it up. And what you do is you stuff it with whatever you want to stuff it in. Like that. You have that. Now, like I said, you can make boneless pork chops out of this. You can make a roast out of this. Do whatever you want to do. I'm going to cut some boneless pork chops out of it. And it's really easy. Make sure you cut it with the fat side up. You want to cut the fat through. You want to cut through the fat. You don't want to do it this way. You want to do it this way. And you can make them any size you want. You can make them as thick or as thin as you want. I like it about 1/4 inch. And just like that, keep on cutting it. And like I said, if you want, you can also take this too. You can also cut this right in half and butterfly these two, and then you have 2 more slices of butterflied. We're just going ahead and just make a bunch of boneless pork shoulders or pork cutlets. You can bang these down and make really nice cutlets out of them. Just like that. And there you go, guys. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9. You got 12. You got 12 of them out of here. Plus you have those 2 cuts. And you still have all this left. Get this out of your way here so you can see this. Now this, a lot of butchers don't show you this, and a lot of stores don't sell this because they can't make enough money on it to sell it. But for you guys, you can enjoy yourself. You're going to find about the center, wherever the center, whatever looks like the center, okay? And fat side, you're going to cut right down. Just like this. Now, it's up to you if you want to cut it completely through or you just want to leave it like that. Today, I'm going to cut it completely through. And then what you're going to do is, don't matter, whatever size rib you want. I'm going to take and I'm going to do, see the size of my knife? Put it on there like that. Cut it. Just like that. Size of my knife. Cut it just like that. Guys, this is a boneless country rib. Throw them on your smoker. And, and like I said, the stores, they don't make enough money on them. They don't make enough money on them to sell them this way. So why would they do that, right? But there you go. You got that nice rim meat down there, and you got this nice fat sirloin up here. Oh, just like that. And there you go, guys. So you got 1, 2. You got some stew meat here. 3. You got 4 cuts of meat on 1 pork loin. You can't beat it, guys. And it'll save you a ton of money. $8.99 a pound. $6.99 a pound. They don't even sell them. you saved yourself at least 20, 30 bucks on just cutting your own. And it's not that hard to do, guys. It really is not that hard to do. It's just a little bit of patience, a little bit of time, practice. That's all you got to do, just practice. Don't be afraid of ruining it. You can't ruin it. It's meat. You can't ruin meat unless you cook it too long. But do me a favor. If you like this video, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you think. But until next time, as always, God bless and happy eats. All right. So, guys, while I was off camera, Mom came over and picked out the pork rib that she wants. So, because she picked it out and it's going to be her pork rib, we're going to have to carve Mom's name on it, right? Mom. That way, everyone knows that's Mom's. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed.